have to ask first, because I saw that you put it in your like notes of description, is that you name a lot of things in your life Samson.
Yeah, it's just a name that I'm like obsessed with. I don't know why. Like, like there's Sam and Samantha's and just Samson. It's always been something that I've been connected with, and I felt really connected with this project. So I figured, okay, I'll call it that.
I'm not good with objects, but I name my plants because I talk to them encouragingly, because I feel like that helps them grow.
Plants are totally people. I do feel like if they have their own little personalities, it helps them grow in their own little way.
Well, tell me a little bit about the background for recording this album.
The earliest track recorded on there was from early 2020. It's actually the last track, Going Home. Going Home is actually the first song I've ever learned vocally. My mom would sing me this song on the way. We would catch the bus back from daycare pretty much, and it would be like, we're going home, not coming back till tomorrow, and just like kind of go back and forth with that. And I worked up until 2022. It's all bedroom recorded, all bedroom played, performed, everything like that. And I'm looking forward to expanding outside of the bedroom with this project as I'm going on a little tour with it soon.
When did you first learn or figure out how to do full DIY, like everything yourself?
I started making, I guess you could say, beats in 2012. Mm-hmm. And then that idea for arrangement came in. I was like, okay, well, I need drums. I need a keyboard. I was never really good at keyboard, but I would just work around what I could. And then from there, I learned how to, use my guitar. And then the guitar came, okay, well, I don't want to use these choppy, these sample pack drums, and there's nothing wrong with those, but I want to try to get a more realistic feel. So then I hopped into like GarageBand and stuff like that. Then from there, I just kind of tweak them to how I want them to sound. For as much as I want to be, I kind of lack consistency when it comes to how I do things. Like people at, for example, my job hate it, like they'll see me doing one thing today, and then they'll question why I didn't do this thing like I did yesterday. I don't know, like we have all this opportunity to try different things. Why not push the boundaries of what you can try? The possibilities are, I guess, they're endless, So I kind of take that with my music as well, which is why everything sounds so different.
Would you say that there's like a particular song on the album that you feel like is like the center point, or like that kind of like feels like the sort of, I don't want to say thesis statement because that makes it sound like it's like school, but like that feels maybe like most representative of what you feel like the album is about?
I want to say Faucet. The very first track. I kind of have it mapped out in my head as a bit of a very short show/film. The first track really talks a lot about, I guess, time in a sense, and I'm no huge philosopher or whatever, but I'm a product of time. I'm just going through it. I made this little story from Faucet that's pretty much just about this guy going through the motions, making it work, making it happen. What I write is usually in the moment. It's usually how I feel. I feel limited saying only Faucet is like the thesis statement. The entire project is a sentence of its own.
Tell me more about this tour. Are you playing like solo everything on stage, or are you getting a band together?
So I want to get a band together at some point, but for now it would just be me and my backtrack. I'll be doing guitar and vocals, but all of my secondary guitar, bass, and drums are going to be ran through the PAs. I know it's 2022, but I do question if people would be like down to watch that kind of stuff. Like I remember it was 2017. I saw the artist Soft Glass. He was like one of the first people I saw actually doing the backtracking live and stuff like that. I think, oh, that's cool. I make music in a similar way. I wonder if I could do that too. But I just wonder when it comes to, because he makes relatively softer stuff and more ambient kind of stuff. But when you got a full band going in the background, you don't see any instruments. It's like, okay, well, this is interesting, But I have this slight insecurity that I'm trying to shrug away, that I was like, okay, I just hope it's going to be perceived correctly.
Think of this with even like DJs or like electronic music where, someone might be just like playing the song that they compose, and someone's like, well, obviously they're not playing it live, but it's like, well, it took however many like hours to create that song. And it is, a vibe of its own. Like, what's to me, I'm like, things don't necessarily have to be all live in order to kind of pack the punch. Also, I think it's really fun to watch people like a one-man band, dealing with everything on stage at once. Like, I think that's cool. It's like someone like cooking.
I too think of it like that. I guess whenever I'm in my room, I guess I feel like I'm a one-man Daft Punk just jumping back and forth to instruments and stuff like that. It's really fun.
All right, I have a very out of pocket question that I just came up with to close out, which is if your album, if Samson were color, what color would it be?
Oh, wow. Jeez. The cover art that I had for it is a great description of the colors. It's going to be that deep purple that fades into that like really an almost metallic blue. But to narrow it, blue. and not in a sad way, but just like a mysterious kind of yeah, just blue.